I just feel like I have so much explaining to do. It still doesn't even feel real yet. Oh, why do I feel this way? So as you guys saw in yesterday's video, we ended up selling the Ferrari 458 GT3 conversion. I just want to talk about it a little bit today. It's pouring rain right now. I really don't feel motivated to work on any cars right now. So I thought I would just address some certain things about this car, talk about it a little bit, and read some of the comments from yesterday's video, because there was like over 1,000 comments in the first like 30 minutes. So you guys had a lot to say. I feel like some of you are upset with me, and that is fine. You have every right to be. To be honest, I'm a little bit upset with myself, but as I've been saying, I think it was something that I had to do, and as we get a little bit farther in the video, I think maybe you might see where I'm coming from. So I have yesterday's video up on my phone, and I'm gonna be reading through some of the comments. There's now over 2,000, and I think I'm just gonna address some of the things that people are saying, just kind of get some clarity and stuff like that. A lot of them are super positive comments. A lot of you guys are saying that the end of the video really hit you guys in your feels. And I was really sad at the end of that video, and that overwhelming sensation of emotions that kind of hit me really came out of nowhere. And it wasn't that I was sad or that I am sad, but it's more so I think it was a moment of realization of kind of like where we started to kind of where we come from, and now to see what we progressed into, because moments of like flashbacks of like Calvin and I as like kids, and Kevin and Calvin and me and Sam and Benedict, you know, as kids playing in his parents' garage driveway with cars. To then kind of get like a peep into what today's world is, to think that, yo, we bought a wrecked exotic, rebuilt it in this shop, then acquired that kit, sold the kit, and flipped the car. It was kind of just like an overwhelming sensation of like, wow, like I feel like we've really come up with something amazing here, and to be able to do what we do now is just amazing. The journey is what got us here. That's kind of, I think, what I was tearing up about. It's kind of like, wow, like we just sold that. I said the sentence out loud, and I was like, we just sold this car. Wow. Before we go any farther into the video, don't forget that this Friday, December 9th, that's tomorrow for you guys, all of the new stuff is going to be going on sale, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, thehuntandcompany.com. I'm going to link it down below. Be sure to follow the Instagram for all the updates and special deals and all that stuff. December 9th, can't wait, tons of new stuff. I'm getting a lot of questions, people saying like, well, how much did you sell it for? And I'm not going to disclose how much we sold it for, not because I want to keep it a secret for me personally or whatever, but mainly because that kit is so rare and there are only 3 on the road. I don't want to publicly say how much I sold it for, which would then reflect any future sales of any other owners of their car. I think that it should be kept private, because there is no for sale or resale value on that kit, because it wasn't ever public. So for me to disclose how much I sold it for, I think would set a price of what it's worth, and I don't think that's fair to the other owners out there. There's just a lot of people in the comments saying that they're crying with me. You guys are adorable. Before we go any farther, mustache check. I think it's coming in a little bit deeper. I think it's slowly like coming up where like people are less like, oh, you got some crap on your lip. They're being like, oh, I think you're growing a mustache, which is definitely a step in the right direction. Tej, I'm proud of you, buddy. You do amazing things. I'm sure you have amazing ideas, and we all trust you. Plus, you always got to keep moving forward. Yeah, so talking about plans and all that type of stuff. So I think if you guys remember correctly, when we bought this car a year ago, we had it for a year. Someone in the comments was like, rip Ferrari 2019 to 2019. We bought it in 2018, so we had it for a year. But I had always had the intention of selling it again. And before we did the GT3 kit, I was gonna do a Liberty Walk kit, and I remember I was in the airport one time and I was filming a vlog, and I said, should I sell it or should I wide body it? And everyone actually said sell it. No one said to wide body it. And then I was working on the wide body, and then I secured it, and then we got it, and we did that. But I think the GT3 we didn't expect to happen, so I was never like, oh, I'm for sure selling it. But my original intention was to always sell it and kind of like move up the ladder, to get something, get it at a super low price, put a bunch of work into it, get it to a higher price, and then with that now amount of money that we have, we can use that to kind of work our progression up. And I think I'm gonna kind of let you guys in on what I'm looking for, because who knows, maybe someone might have a lead somewhere, I don't really know. And I know there are a few other creators out there that I'm friends with that I know are also hunting for this car, which kind of sucks at the same time, because, you know, we're all like going to be competing for it. But one car that I've always wanted to try to own, and I'm hoping that with this amount that I got from this car, I'll finally be able, I don't know if I should be saying this right now, I kind of wanted to keep it a secret, but I guess screw it. I guess I'll decide in post. I really want to get a Lamborghini Aventador. I think finding one of those crashed and rebuilding it would be amazing. And I will be the first to tell you, finding crash Aventadors are very difficult. There are only ever a few on the market at one time. And remember, it's not just because there's one out there doesn't mean that's the one to buy. When you buy a crashed exotic, it has to fit a very narrow category of what you're looking for, of it being repairable. And then also, if you're gonna buy it and repair it, you always wanna kinda have that out of like, okay, well, once it is repaired, let's say you buy a wrecked Aventador for like 150 grand, which is probably what they are at like the lowest, you're gonna have to put like $70,000 into it. And at that point, you're at $200,000, and you can get a 2012, 2013 for $250,000 right now. So at that point, depending on what year it is, a salvage title car usually goes for 30% under market value. So, if you're in a salvage car, $200,000, and you sell it, you're really not gonna get much more back from it other than $200,000. So there's really no profit flip on it, which is a very scary game when you start dealing with that really high-end dollar exotic, which I think is why you haven't seen that many traders do it. But I'll be the first to say, to have it down on video, I'm looking for an Aventador and I want one bad. Sure, I could go buy one brand new, but that's not the point. The point is to find one that was a diamond in the rough and bring it back. So that was a big reason as to why I let this car go, because with the offer that I got on it, I was like, yo, we can get one of these now and like go ham on it right away. So yeah. These comments, they're literally all this about how you guys are like crying watching the video. There's one comment here that says, give us a budget breakdown on the thing. Bought for, spent and sold for, win or loss. Kind of like I touched on earlier, I don't really want to disclose information about the kit being for sale. And again, I know some of you might hate that answer, but I don't want to be the guy to ruin it for everyone else or to devalue the kit or to overprice the kit. I think it should be dealt between two parties. But I will say this, I did a video on this a while ago, but I bought the car for $100,000 right out the door. And when you buy a wrecked exotic, you have to pay full cash for it. There's no down payment, there's no financing. When you buy it from auction, you have the cash present or you don't. So we bought it for $100,000, and then we probably spent about I think $40,000 to $50,000 in parts, meaning like front bumpers, radiator systems, the bucket system, new interior pieces, new fenders. That includes the price of when it went to the frame shop just to make sure the frame was straight, all that stuff. So about $50,000 and then parts. And then again, the kit was its own thing, and I will just say this, the kit was very expensive. This is such a touchy subject. Let me say that we definitely made a lot of profit on the car. A lot of profit on the car, which is great, as that car should be valued at. And the car was still a clean title, which is pretty awesome too. So we were in it stock 150, and you can get a clean title 2015 at that price, selling at Ferrari for like 230 grand. So just that alone, if we were to sell it for clean, we would have probably taken like 190,000 for the car, which at that point would have been a $40,000 flip. So we were in that car really, really well. This car, when we bought it, was a diamond in the rough. It looked a lot worse than it really was. It really wasn't in that bad of shape. I mean, it looked bad, but like fundamentally it was pretty straightforward, and you guys saw it off the videos. A lot of keep moving forward comments here. Oh, this one hurts. They don't even realize the legacy that they are leaving. Ouch. Yeah, but I guess a lot of people don't realize is that because we sold this car, it's gonna fund the next thing. And I think Adam Alzides kind of made a video on this. And as much as like these videos are real life, there's also a level of like, business behind it, which is a lot less left out on the vlogs. But buying these cars is very expensive, but you have to keep in mind that we're only able to buy these cars because we're making money on the videos that we're making from them. And if we ever stop making videos with these cars, we're not able to pay for them. That's kind of how it works. So the fact that we've built it and it is what it is now, at this point it's just sitting. The fact that we did sell it and now we have that cash, we're able to go and get something else that's even crazier than this and also make content on it, which again is like paying for the car. So it's kind of a full circle type of thing. And there are cars that I'll never sell, and I'm fine with that. And that, there's obviously a side of like pleasure and side of business, but this is one of those cars I didn't think I was gonna sell. And then once I had the opportunity to sell it and I saw what it could get us, I decided to kind of let go of it. I kind of just wanted to give a little insight after yesterday's video because it seemed I know that video came out of nowhere for you guys, and I kept my mouth shut for a while on purpose, but I appreciate you guys watching and the support, and it's just really cool to see that you guys connected so much with that series, and it means a lot from us. It means a lot to Calvin and I, at a creator standpoint, to know like, hey, like we did something right, and you guys really valued that, and that's what's most important, I think. I'm always gonna miss this car. I know I'll see it again soon, and the new owner said that he would send pictures and stuff to us, so for that I'm grateful, and we'll always kind of have that memory. But we're gonna have this car with us for probably the next month or so. I'm gonna put the new wing on for him. We redesigned a wing bracket that's a little bit shorter, so it won't wiggle as much. And I'm gonna fix some of the hood gapping on there for him, and we're probably gonna get like a full cut and polish. So we're probably not gonna ship this car till like beginning of January, so you're gonna see it in the background of videos, so it's not gonna go away, you know, at any time soon. And we're not really gonna drive it though, because, you know, I don't wanna be driving it and someone hit me and then I'm not, you know, it's not my car anymore. So it's still gonna be here, but it's just gonna be a sad paperweight. You know, it's not sad. It's gonna be a little motivation paperweight. Be like, hey, we started with nothing and made it great. That's all I got for you in today's video, guys. That's pretty much all I was able to muster up. Happy Vlogmas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out and keep moving.